Welcome to our latest explainer. Today, we're going on an incredible journey of discovery together. We're setting our sights on a location that holds over 20% of the world's fresh surface water. But we're going to look at it through a completely different lens. We're actually diving into a massive esoteric mystery by analyzing the natural foundation chart of Lake Baikal in southern Siberia using Vedic astrology.
Okay, let's dive into this. When we think of a famous lake, say Lake Garda or Lake Titicaca, we naturally picture your standard body of water, right? And astrologically speaking, water is typically ruled by lunar, emotional, sort of fluctuating energy. But our source text completely shatters that baseline assumption right out of the gate with this really powerful quote. It boldly states that Baikal is absolutely not an aquatic lake in the lunar sense, but rather an archive of cosmic memory. I mean, that is a completely different paradigm we're dealing with here.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the secret of Lake Baikal, then explore its identity as a Jovian cosmic archive. After that, we'll examine the karmic axis and the abyss, look at portals of healing, and finally, detail the impact on visitors.
Number 1. The secret of Lake Baikal.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the fundamental structural building blocks of this massive Siberian lake defy all of our normal earthly expectations. If you look at its elemental breakdown, for a lake holding a fifth of the world's fresh water, you'd naturally expect the water element to just completely dominate, right? But instead, we see a massive dominance of spiritual ether, or akasha, along with incredibly strong earth. The air element is moderate, tied to those sweeping Siberian winds. But the water that is present, it isn't standard water. It's classified as Jovian, or spiritual water. And this unique profile is our very first major clue that Baikal functions primarily as an akashic portal of memory, way more than just a giant basin of water.
Number 2. A Jovian cosmic archive.
Let's examine the celestial DNA of the lake and its incredibly expansive, Jupiter-ruled characteristics. If we cast a symbolic foundation chart based on the local dawn right at the coordinates of Lake Baikal, the ascendant, or Lagna, falls squarely in Sagittarius. And this is absolutely crucial. Sagittarius is a sign of spiritual fire. It represents places of massive expansion, portals, and literal thresholds between worlds. Because Sagittarius is governed by Jupiter, which is the planet of sacred knowledge, protected places, and higher dimensions, this paints the very foundation of the lake as a highly protected threshold guarding ancient sacred wisdom.
Furthermore, in this exact same chart, the sun is placed in Pisces. Now, Pisces is a sign of spiritual water and profound depth. So what does this mean for a physical location? Well, it creates an atmosphere of deep mystery and a very real connection to subtle worlds. Energetically, it crafts a space where a visitor's strict everyday identity and their ego literally just begin to melt away. It invites you into this oceanic, totally expanded state of consciousness where the boundary between yourself and the environment just dissolves.
Number 3. The karmic axis and the abyss. And this brilliantly illustrates the intense energetic tension that makes Lake Baikal such a stunning geological and spiritual anomaly. Just look at the balance of this karmic axis. On one side, we have Rahu and Taurus. This energy drives extreme materialization. It's the force that creates the rare mineralizations, the intense physical density, and the incredibly unique geological beauty we can actually see and touch at Baikal. But on the flip side, directly opposing it, is Ketu and Scorpio. And this represents an unseen, profound karmic abyss. It's a literal portal to the invisible, hiding ancient subterranean memories. You essentially have extreme physical condensation sitting right on top of an occult, energetic void. The visible material world and the invisible spiritual abyss are literally touching here. It's wild.
Now let's see how this builds with the placement of Saturn. In this foundational chart, Saturn sits comfortably in its home sign of Capricorn. You can really think of this placement as the ultimate geological hard drive. Saturn in Capricorn provides this extreme unyielding stability and an ancient quality that completely predates human memory. It basically locks in these physical and spiritual structures, allowing the lake to act as a Saturnian archive that resists change for millions of years. It preserves memories and data that would have easily been wiped out or eroded anywhere else on Earth.
Number 4. Portals of healing.
So let's talk about how Baikal functions as a massive energetic reset button for the planet through its intensely purifying energy. The moon for this location falls in Ashwini. Now, Ashwini is the very first lunar mansion, or nakshatra, and it's actually governed by the celestial healer twins. It is associated with incredible speed, sudden dimensional portals, and this sort of primordial regeneration and rebirth.
Because of this specific lunar placement dominating the lake's emotional and receptive field, whatever enters Baikal's energy is rapidly purified. Any old, stagnant energy brought into its vicinity, it's completely dissolved and reset at just an incredible speed.
Number 5. The impact on visitors.
So the crucial point is, we need to connect the vast cosmos directly back to the human experience. Like, what actually happens when a person steps into this incredibly intense environment? Well, visitors consistently report an intense feeling of energetic purification. They experience incredibly vivid dreams, often slipping seamlessly into altered states of consciousness. Many describe an overwhelming sensation of what can really only be called cosmic antiquity. The potent combination of that high-speed, purifying Ashwani energy, combined with the deep, introspective abyss of Ketu in Scorpio, basically forces an internal reckoning. It triggers a reactivation of deep karmic memories, which very often leads to the release of profound, deeply held traumas. A visit here is for sure not just a sightseeing trip, it's a remarkably powerful spiritual catalyst.
Which leaves us with one final thought based on everything we've decoded today from this really remarkable source material. Knowing that Lake Baikal is fundamentally not just a body of water, but a Jovian archive of ancient earthly records and a high-speed Akashic portal of transformation. Are you ready to cross the threshold of Baikal and dissolve who you thought you were? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this exploration has forever changed how you view this profound and ancient corner of our world.